So, hello there everyone and welcome, it is Niran here, and today it is time for me to bring you episode number 2 of the FIFA 19 Wolves Career Mode series here. Now, I just want to say a massive thank you for the support on episode number 1, a massive amount of interactions and people commenting and getting involved and likes, and obviously views-wise it did pretty well as well. You guys really showing it some love, so I really do appreciate it, genuinely. A lot of input and a lot of players that we can bring in, a lot of things that I've been saying wrong, pronunciations and doing wrong, so I'm going to take that on board and hopefully get on with that, including the fact it's not Jota, it's Diego Jota, or it's just Jota. I thought it was the Spanish pronunciation. It isn't. Anyway, last episode you may remember we were doing pre-season tournament stuff and also getting involved in some transfer activity. I'll get onto that in a moment. We made our first signing in that episode, which was Diare Samasaku, a 22-year-old from Red Bull Salzburg. We also played some pre-season tournament football where we lost, unfortunately, in the final. And we also saw a big injury to our main man, Ruben Neves, out for 7 weeks with a broken ankle. It's a shame, but he will be back after about 2 games. You probably won't see him in this episode, but you'll literally see him in the next episode. Anyway, I talked about transfer activity. We've made 1 signing in this series already, but it's time to make a second. Now, last episode, if you cast your minds back a couple of days, you'll remember that we were going in for a new striker. This doesn't mean we're getting rid of Raul Jimenez. He's on loan anyway. We can't terminate that loan. It would make no sense and it would cost us money. Now, as you can see, the 3 options are Maximiliano Gomez of Celta Vigo, Santi Mina of Valencia, and Josef Martinez of Atlanta United. I give you guys the option of the 3 in the form of a vote, as I will be doing at the end of this episode for another position in the side, and you guys chose this man here, Josef Martinez of Atlanta United. The Venezuelan playing in the MLS overwhelmingly won the vote. I'm not actually going to do the negotiations, I'm going to delegate it because it saves us money in terms of bonuses. He's currently only on 12k in wages. As you can see, the first thing here is 70k, maybe 37. I don't know why that number, but it's a number that I like. We'll go for 37k as a start wage offer, and hopefully he will agree to those terms. But as you can see, the good news is that we've agreed on a deal for Josef Martinez. Our assistant manager has gone into negotiations with the Venezuelan and agreed personal terms. Crucial first team player, 4-year contract length and 50k in wages, which is just above what I bidded for at first, or what I put forward on the table at first. Crucial first team player might be a difficult one to satisfy because we do still have Raul Jimenez in the side. We will be alternating a decent chunk. As you can see though, it is time to accept the deal, and Josef Martinez will become our second signing of this transfer window and of this series. He joins Diare Samasaku at the club. That's a 75 rated player and an 81 rated striker now joining the club, and I am very much looking forward to using both of them. So here he is, Josef Martinez. He looks very, very decent in that Wolves kit. It just seems to fit. It just seems to make sense. The new boy there, 81 rated, 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, high attacking work rate. Those physicals are disgraceful. Great pace, agility, balance, jumping. Even his stamina and strength are pretty good. As I mentioned, that attack position and finishing being very high already is just so nice to see. And also I did change Diare Samasaku's number from the unlucky 13 to a much more fitting for a defensive midfielder 4. So quick sale information. This might actually be the first sale of the actual series so far. Danny Barth has gone to West Bromwich Albion for £1.8 million. Now I was just trying this on the off chance, but this could well be quite a cool little signing and could save us quite a bit of money. Wanted to bring in a backup winger of some sort because we've obviously got quite a few. Part of me was tempted to bring in a really, really good winger because there's a lot of wingers that I want to bring in this series, the likes of Bruma, Ismail Assar. We'll do that at a later date. However, I do want to bring in a backup winger of some sort of kind, and I thought to myself, why don't I try and loan someone and just save myself a bit of cash? Jovan Cabral is a Portuguese-based player. He's actually from Cape Verde. Got a really good potential on the game, and he's 73 rated. We're going to do a 1-year loan for Jovan Cabral, see if he wants to come into the side. 1-year contract length is absolutely fine. That's no real surprise there, to be honest with you. Yeah, we'll go 50-50 because I know he's not going to jump out the room if we say that, and he's happy to accept that one. So 50-50 split on the wages for Jovan Cabral. Hopefully we can bring him in on loan from Sporting as a bit of a backup winger. And as you can see, it's as simple as that. We have brought in yet another player, this time only a loan signing though. Jovan Cabral, very high potential man from Cape Verde. Verde, but coming from the Portuguese league. He becomes our third signing of this transfer window. For those wondering as well, this is Jovan Cabral. I hope I'm saying his first name right. Let me know if I'm not, if there's anyone of Portuguese heritage, because I know Cape Verde, I think, it's a Portuguese, like, linkage. Anyway, regardless of that, the man in on loan from Sporting, 73 rated, 4-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. You can see some of his attributes here as well. Ball control, curve, and dribbling pretty decent as well. So training-wise, haven't been showing you too much so far, but Ruben Vinagre has now gone up by 2 overall since we started training him. He's now 68. So unfortunately, this really is a theme again of FIFA these days, and it's a theme of FIFA 19. We spoke about it to the developers at the sort of early capture event. It hasn't really been fixed, unfortunately, and that's the transfer talks break down far too regularly. It's the reason why we've only sold 1 player in this window so far. We are going to put the transfer activity on hold though for a second. I will go back into that in a little bit. We'll try and bring in a centre mid and a defender during the course of this episode, but for now it's time to get into the first game of the Premier League season. I am really looking forward to this one. We're at home against Everton. It's the first chance to see the Molineux Stadium on the new game on FIFA 19. In terms of new signings, Josef Martinez and Diari Samasiku are playing in this one, which means Jimenez and the likes are on the bench. So here we are, a first glance at the Molineux Stadium, new obviously to FIFA 19. This is the real start of the Wolves career mode in terms of gameplay. The first game of the competitive season. Leander Dendoncker for some reason is leading the team out onto the pitch. Connor Cody should be the captain. Anyway, there is the debutant, Josef Martinez. We haven't seen him at all in this series. We have seen Samasiku. He had an unfortunate part to play in his first game as a Wolves player, but this is his first competitive start for the team, so the last game doesn't really count. Josef Martinez, though, his first touch as a Wolves player, will get this first game in a series underway. Sigurdsson there. He's got Walcott running in behind. Johnny Otto will try and get on the end of it. Nice turn and cut back from Walcott. That's the edge of the area for Schneidlin. It's bobbling around. Moutinho's brought down. Should have been a... How is that not a foul? What? Sigurdsson's just brought down Willy Bolly in the area. Won the ball. Look at this. Look at this. Willy Bolly wins it back. Oh, it's Bolly who takes his own man out and then doesn't get the ball clear. Shambolic goal to concede. It's awful from Bolly. He's taken out Moutinho and then just been shrugged off the ball by Sigurdsson. I was spamming B. It is such an AIDS goal, but it's the first goal we've conceded. Regardless, Helder Costa's now coming forward, trying to get an instant response. Ball is a pretty poor one, but it might well fall to Hotter. Oh my word, I called him Hotter again. Jota, I'm sorry, it's hard to get that out of my brain. It's quite far wide, but he connected, in fairness, with the bicycle kick. Oh, loads of space opened up. Where on earth has Matt Doherty gone? Bernard here. Willy Bolly can't get there. It's into Idrissa Gueye, and that is blazed wide. Everton are just a better team at the moment. We are not playing very well in our first game here in the Premier League. Out wide now to Walcott. He cuts inside. Really nice ball. And to find Sigurdsson, saved at the near post by Rui Patricio. We are getting dominated in this game. I'm not going to lie. We are struggling massively. Everton are putting on a very good performance in this one. Moutinho hasn't dealt with that at the near post, but thankfully it's straight into the hands of Patricio. Can we try a bit of a counter-attack here? Dendoncker through towards Josef Martinez. That's now through to Diego Jota. Goal. Got the goal right at the end of the half. Diego Jota gives us the equaliser. Oh my word. That is relief right at the end of the half. Thank you, Jota, for actually finishing. Josef Martinez gets himself an assist on his debut, and it's calmly slotted past Jordan Pickford by Diego Jota. Really nice work. We've actually got a goal. We've scored a goal in the series, ladies and gentlemen. This is brilliant news. Not a bad way to end the first half. Hopefully we can now carry that momentum into the second. It'll fall here to Morgan Schneidlin. We need to get a man out here to deal with it. Garner Guy over towards Sigurdsson. Good save there from Rui Patricio. Dendoncker there into Costa. That's over towards Moutinho. Samasiku clips it over the top there for How Moutinho. Brilliant goal set up by Samasiku. Finished off by How Moutinho. Oh my goodness me. It's a little side foot actually on the volley, but really nice work between the two central midfielders. The give and go. Samasiku pops it over the top, and it's a really nice finish from Moutinho. The lovely give and go. That is nice and a classy little finish. Really nice technique there. Pickford not getting near it, and we are 2-1 up. We brought it back from behind. Martinez's debut is going to come to an end. It's been a very decent one for him, but Raul Jimenez is going to come on to replace the Venezuelan. Also going to see Adama Traore for the first time in his series. He comes on to replace Helder Costa. Andre Gomez got not too long to hold on now. Cenk Tosun back into Sandro, back into Tosun again. And just as I said, we didn't have too long to hold on. Everton get themselves the equaliser, and Cenk Tosun is the man. Quick passing play. Didn't have much cover from our midfielders there. It was pretty much 3 against our 2 centre-backs, really. And it's a good first-time finish from Tosun. And as things stand, this is how the game in real life ended. It finished 2-2 under slightly different circumstances, in fairness. But can Moutinho get on the end of that? He can't. Andre Gomez, ball through there towards Walcott. Looked offside. Ball, he doesn't deal with it! Oh my god, are you serious? How on earth has that gone in injury time? Oh my god, we've actually been done dirty. We've actually been done so dirty. I accept the draw because that was probably a fair result, but Bolly has missed the header, and then, oh, we've actually been done so dirty. Oh my god, we've been done so dirty. That is the end of the game. It's such a disappointing loss. We brought it back to 2-1. We were leading 2-1 with 5 minutes to go. A ridiculously frustrating finish to a game we should have won, but some real E-aids at the end of the game sees us lose in the end. The failed clearance from Bolly, the own goal from Patrizia. I've genuinely got no idea how that even finished as a goal, but it is what it is. Moutinho got man of the match, 8.8. Right, now down in the comment section, I'm going to really need your help on this one. I feel like at one point I really wanted to bring in a centre-back in this window, but I feel like we can probably just about survive on that one. Based on that performance in the first game, I feel like we do probably need to bring in a new first-choice right-back who is better than Doherty. He was getting exploited constantly during the course of that game. Down in the comment section, let me know who I can sign. I want to bring in Portuguese players, that's all well and good, but I've had a look and there's not really many good Portuguese right-backs apart from maybe Cedric Suarez. Leave it down in the comment section who you would like me to sign. Take a look. We've got probably about 10 million to play with as far as a fullback is concerned, because we're going to look at a centre-mid in a second, but I do want to get your opinions on that, so drop it down in the comment section. Now, though, I alluded to it, we're going to look at a central midfielder, because at the moment we're having to play Dendonka as a centre-mid. It's not really working. It's because Ruben Neves is obviously injured, but I do want to have that backup centre-mid just in case there is an injury or we do need to rotate a little bit. We're not having to play a centre-back there. I do want to sign, I know I keep rambling on about Portuguese players, but I do want to sign someone who's Portuguese-based or from Portugal, and I'm going to be getting you guys to choose from, hopefully, come a couple of minutes from now in the video. First of all, we've got Josef Fernandez here from Benfica, 74 rated, central midfielder obviously, 19 years of age, very decent player, a bit of a workhorse as well. We've got Wendell as well, just below him, a bit more of a skillful player, better dribbling maybe than Josef Fernandez. He's Brazilian, but plays for Sporting Lisbon. And then finally down here, we've got Renato Sanches of Bayern Munich. This was the most suggested player in the comment section of episode number 1. It was actually ridiculous. The amount of people suggesting this guy is literally ridiculous. He's had a very difficult year and a half, really. Spent a bit of time out on loan to Swansea. Might be a nice comeback story to bring him in. So we've met up with the Bayern representative to talk about Renato Sanches, 21-year-old, 75 overall central midfielder from Portugal. We're going to offer a transfer fee, maybe go for 11 mil straight away. Interesting. Maybe I could have negotiated a little bit more. Maybe 11 mil was, you know, what they actually wanted. But regardless, 11 million pounds is seemingly what we could use to get Renato Sanches. Player number 2, we're back to Portuguese talent. It's Josef Fernandez of Benfica that we're going to be looking at. Current value is 8.5 million pounds. Again, apparently we won't have to offer too much more than 14 million pounds this time. We'll go a bit more hardball than we did with Renato Sanches. We'll go for 9.5 million pounds for Josef Fernandez straight off the bat. They're wanting 9.5 plus a 2% sell-on clause. You know what, Benfica? You can have it. We don't care. So we're going to go ahead and accept that. Again, very easy negotiations there. Now, this is an interesting one. We were going to go in as a third option for Wendell. Unfortunately, Sporting will not sell him, and the only way we can buy him is through the release clause, which is 22 mil, which is massively overpriced for a player of that quality. For the same price, we could get someone like, I don't know, Bruma, Portuguese player from RB Leipzig. Now, I realise this would be quite a lot of money, and it would hurt us quite a bit if we're going to try and bring in a fullback of some kind. I'd have to do some sort of trade deal. So this is sort of like the joker in the pack. Obviously, Sanches and Josef Fernandez Martinez are worth a lot less than Bruma is. Bruma is more of an attacking player as well, so we'd have to change the formation ever so slightly to adapt to him. He's a very good player. He's 79 rated. He can grow to about 82 or 83. He would be a very, very good signing. So basically, Leipzig won't accept the trade offers for Saiss or for Bonatini, so we will have to just go in with a transfer fee, which is quite a shame. And we're going to submit an offer of £17 million. They're wanting 24.1. So we tried 19.5 for Bruma, and they've actually accepted that. Very interesting. So that deal is on the table, if possible. So if you want me to basically break the bank, we can go in for Bruma here. 79 rated, attacking midfielder, more of an attacking option as I mentioned. But obviously it is completely up to you. In the top right of the screen, there will now be a poll to decide which central midfielder we should bring into the side. Take into account the deal, how much money we'd have left after the deal, and also the players that we're bringing in. Obviously with Renato Sanches, he's a cheaper option. He's someone that appeared in the comment section. Or we can bring in Bruma, who provides a lot more quality in central midfield. But obviously it might mean that we can only bring in one, either a right back or a centre back going forward. Or similarly, Jedson Fernandez once again, probably the highest of the potentials actually of all of these players. So that's his quirk, is that he's got the best potential. Now that it's time for the second game and the final game really of today's episode. We've done a game, we've done plenty of transfer stuff, so I think this will be the final action really. It's an away game at the King Power Stadium against another former team on this channel of career mode goodness, and it is Leicester City. One change to the side sees Adama Traore in for Helder Costa. So welcome to the King Power Stadium for our first away game of this series, the second game of the Premier League season, and we'll be hoping for better fortunes than we encountered against Everton. One thing I'm very concerned about in this football match is the pace of Jamie Vardy, because both Willy Bolly and Connor Cody are not exactly the paciest of customers, I'm not going to lie to you. So Jamie Vardy getting in behind is something that I'm extremely fearful of, I cannot lie to you. That is now inside for Moutinho. Samasaku, good ball there through towards Dendoncker. Out wide there to Diego Jota, good finesse effort. Might fall to Adama Traore, but saved there by Zach Steffen. First chance of the game then goes to us, and it was Diego Jota with the chance, and now Leicester are through with Jamie Vardy. It's what I was talking about earlier. Damari Gray, though, can't find the Englishman. Diade Samasaku, though, has found Adama Traore, who's got pace of his own. Adama Traore can cut back inside. He's got a run being made there inside. It's Leander Dendoncker, and it's 1-0. The Belgian gives us the lead. Great work from Adama Traore down that right-hand side, cuts it back for the centre-back playing at central midfield whilst Neves is injured. And we have got ourselves a goal inside 8 minutes of this game. Just about finding Dendoncker. That was a perfect ball to make sure that the Leicester defender couldn't quite get there, and Martinez has to jump over the ball. Nothing the new Leicester goalkeeper can do to save it. Diabate, that's inside there for Ricardo Pereira. Good step over us from him, but Dendoncker, the goal scorer, really good work from him to win the ball back there. Back into Samasaku again. Now into Dendoncker with the strike and a really good effort. Steffen there having to pull out the save. Very good effort from Dendoncker. He's looking for a second. The man is a centre-back, let's not forget. How Moutinho's got a little bit of space there. How Moutinho forces a great save out of Steffen. Looking on top, though, in this game here against Leicester. The Everton game was firmly even, if not Everton on top. Johnny Otto is making the run beyond him. Here he is. He's clipped there by the defender. Still Otto puts the ball into the box for Martinez. Oh my word! Oh my god! Can you imagine if he'd scored that? That would have been his first goal for the club. It's inches wide. Literally inches wide with the bicycle kick. First half is almost done with, and I've got to say I've been really impressed with Bolly and Connor Cody, because they don't have the pace to deal with Jamie Vardy, just simply. They just absolutely don't. But they've really done well positionally to be able to deal with him. Adama Traore then finds Martinez. That's a great ball through, back again to Adama. He then prods it through to Dendoncker. Out wide is Diego Jota. That's now back into Josef Martinez with the shot, and a really good goal from Josef Martinez in off the post. I can't lie, I wasn't expecting it to go in, but the Venezuelan opens his account. He threatened to do so with a brilliant goal in the first half, and he has done so with a brilliant goal in the second. Really nice counter-attack, great passing play, and a really, really nice finish from Martinez to finish it off. That is a great strike, and the goalkeeper is so close. That is literally pinpoint accurate from the new boy. This guy looks like he could well be a huge signing for the club. Right, let's hold on to this. I think we're good value for this as well. We played really well in this game, like legit. So I'm really happy with the performance right now. We just need to make sure we keep our concentration, and that is not the way to start. Bolly once again getting caught out. He got caught out in the Everton game. Really should have got the ball away there, but Vardy just about got on the end of it, and it's a good save from Patrizio. Damari Gray here on the ball. Still Damari Gray. That's now into Ndidi through towards Vardy, but what a block from Connor Cody. Captain fantastic there. That's a huge block from him. Leicester can bring it forward once again, but it looks as if it's going to be a 2-0 victory for us, to be honest with you. Cabral there with a really nice pass on the turn. We've actually got space here for Helder Costa to run into. Can we make it 3? Yes, we can indeed. Right in injury time. 3-0. It does in the end change. I thought Costa might well have been offside there. Set up by Josef Martinez. Actually started by Josef Cabral, I think, winning the ball back. So 2 of the new boys doing bits, getting Helder Costa his first goal of the series. And that is a convincing victory in the end. Great ball on the turn, actually, from Martinez. A composed finish from Helder Costa under the body of the new Leicester keeper. Baptism of fire for him. It is 3-0 here. In a game actually very even in terms of the shots on goal. 8 apiece. We take a commanding win in the end. Josef Martinez, man of the match for the goal, and I think 2 assists actually in the game, so really impressive from him. As you can see, on top of that really good performance, some great news regarding Ruben Neves. He is back early. He only misses the first 2 games of the Premier League season. We might leave him out for the 3rd one, just to make sure that he's back and fully rested before coming back into the starting 11. Don't want to aggravate that injury, but it's nice to see that he's back in training. So as you can see, we're getting prompted to make a decision on a new central midfielder, so I guess this is really where we have to end proceedings. Bruma, Jedson Fernandez and Renato Sanches are the players. Really looking forward to negotiations. Clearly, they've even sent me an email about it. Don't forget there'll be a poll on the top right of the screen to decide which central midfielder we bring in. In the background now, though, is the Hall of Fame. Now, if you're new to the channel, you probably won't know what this is. Basically, this is where all the accolades and records are kept for the series. So, the top scorer across the entire series, if you want to know who that is, that'll be on this graphic here. Right now, it's pretty much shared between a lot of players because we've only had one proper episode and there's been several different goal scorers. But over the course of the entire series, whoever scores hundreds of goals maybe across the duration of this one, it'll be stored here. Assists, biggest wins, youngest goal scorers, youngest players, all that sort of stuff. Every single record you see on the screen will be kept a tab on. That, though, is how we're going to end today's episode. A couple of new signings in the form of Josef Martinez and Josef Cabral. Another central midfield option set up for you guys to vote on, and potentially even the opportunity to bring in a couple of defenders in the next episode as well. On top of that, on the pitch, we saw some great entertainment too. 8 goals spread across the course of 2 games is really nice and refreshing to see on FIFA career mode, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. We're currently sat 7th in the league after the first 2 games of the season, so pretty solid. A win and unfortunately a loss against Everton in that first game. If you've enjoyed the video, slap a like on it and subscribe if you're new to the channel. It's the big red button under the video and it really helps me out if you go ahead and press that one. You can also follow me on social media these days too. My Twitter and Insta are @theofficialfng. Links are down below. But it has been an absolute pleasure ranting at you guys today. Have a great day. Enjoy yourselves, and goodbye.
I've been smoking and drinking. Say the weed and the voice got me thinking skeptical. Boy, you better know when I'm under the influence. If I say shit, then I meant it all. Had a flashback when I used to kick ball, and the coach told me I weren't technical. Man, I lost all the air in my lungs, and it's like a man took a low blow to the testicles. Now you see the spare time, I invest it all to the music. Dug deep, now I'm seeing improvements. Spill force on the ink on the page, and it feels therapeutic. Yeah.